Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to get a picture from the internet into Photoshop. This might seem like a really simple skill, and I'm sure that everybody in here knows how to do this, but there are some things that you might not have thought about before. Let's get started. First thing we need to think about is getting the appropriate sized image. Okay, so I did a Google search for towers here. I've got a whole bunch of thumbnails of pictures of different towers. And I want to find one that I like, and I want to put it into Photoshop. So I've got all these thumbnails. Hey, it's the Eiffel Tower. I kind of like that. Your first response might be to click on that Eiffel Tower, copy it, and then paste it in Photoshop like this. Right-click on it, copy image, go over to Photoshop, make a new file, File New. Oops, it didn't copy, I guess. Copy image, File New. There we go. And paste. And there, I've got my image. Now let's look at how big this is. It looks pretty small here, so I'm going to zoom in. You all remember the navigator here. But as I zoom in, you'll see that the image gets really blurry and pixely. You can see a bunch of fuzziness around the edges of the image. The image doesn't look clear at all. Right now I'm zoomed into 300%, which isn't good. At 100%, this is how big it is. That's a really small image. All I've done is I've copied the thumbnail of the image. Let's try this again. In order to get something that's not just the thumbnail, we have to click on the thumbnail and then click on full-size image. That'll give us the full-size image. So I'm going to right-click on this, copy image, go back to Photoshop, File, New, click OK, and paste. There I've got the full-size image. But this isn't much bigger. I've got it at 100%, and this is all the bigger it is. If I zoom in on this, it just gets fuzzy again. This is not a high quality, large sized image. The other one was just barely smaller. So our real image is barely larger than the thumbnail image, which isn't good. First thing you need to consider when you're getting your photographs is you need to get large sized images. Google has the ability to narrow its search down to specific size images. So I'm going to click on More here. Oops, I'm going to click on Search Tools. And right here where it says any size, I'm going to limit it to only large. And here are going to be my large size images. So I'll see if I can find something that's interesting in large size images. I kind of like this one. Now when I hover over this, it pops that thumbnail up. And I can see some information about it. It says the name, which is Watts Towers. It says where it comes from, ridleythomas.lacounty.gov. And then it's got some numbers here, 800 by 1200. This 800 by 1200 is the pixel dimensions of the image. For this project, for the purpose of this project, we want to take pictures that are going to be larger than a minimum of 500 by 500. That would be the very, very smallest. I would go anywhere around 1,000 and up. So this is an appropriate sized image. So I'm going to click on it, click on full size image. It's taking some time here. And I'm going to right click on the full size image, copy it, go File, New. And you'll notice after I've copied it, it automatically sets the height and width of my new image to the appropriate size, because the preset up here where it says preset, the preset is going to be the size of the image. And you can choose all sorts of different things. You could preset it to US paper or international paper or photo or whatever. We're going to set it to clipboard. The clipboard is that area in the computer where any image that you copy automatically gets saved to for a short period of time. So it takes the size of the image from the clipboard, and you click OK, and I can paste it. Now, this doesn't really look much bigger than the other two images, But let's look at the size. This is only zoomed in to 33%. If I zoom into 100%, it's quite a bit larger than this image or this image at 100%. Okay, so when I zoom into 100%, I've got a lot more detail here. So the basics of getting an image into Photoshop from the internet. First of all, you've got to be concerned with the size of the image. So you do your Google search and choose Search Tools, any size, and set it to large. Or you can even do larger than, and then choose something that's larger than 1024 by 768 or something like that, or just set it to large. And then you have to make sure that you get the full size image and not just the thumbnail. And that is all for this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about using selections to isolate specific areas and painting those in.